Hi students! Mr. Lee and I would like to help you learn about traveling and balancing. Traveling means to move in space. There are lots of different ways we can move in space. We can move by walking or jogging, skipping, jumping, hopping, galloping, all different fun ways to move. So we'll demonstrate a few of those for you. We also want to help you learn about balancing. Balancing is really important, and we have some fun challenges for you. Skipping is a tough one. It's okay if you can't do it, just give it a try. There are a couple of ways that you can try it. One is to step and then hop on the same foot, step and then hop on that same foot, step, hop, every time bringing your knees up high. Another way to try it is to do 2 steps on each foot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's talk about the difference between jumping, hopping, and leaping. Jumping is on 2 feet. One way to do this is to bend your knees, swing your arms, and jump as far as you can forward off of 2 feet and land on 2 feet. It helps if you swing your arms. Hopping is on 1 foot. Try the other foot. And leaping is from 1 foot to the other. It looks like this. Here's another really challenging one. It's called the grapevine or the karaoke. You're always stepping to the side. You step to the side, and then you step in front. You step to the side, and then you step behind. Step in front, and then behind. Step, step in front, step, step behind. Step in front, step behind. It looks like this. Give your body a little twist when you're doing it. You might have noticed that some of these activities and challenges cause you to use your opposite arm and leg at the same time, and that's kind of tricky, such as when you're skipping or when you're leaping. One way you can help yourself get better at these activities is if you practice things that use your opposite sides of your body and cross the midline of your body. So take your elbow and touch it to your opposite knee. How many times in a row can you do that? Another thing you can do is touch your hand to your opposite foot. If that's easy for you, try doing it behind you. And if that's really easy, try doing front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back. Let's do some balance challenges. First, just see if you can stand on 1 foot. Lift your other foot up just a little bit. If you're wobbly, that's okay. You can touch it down if you need to. And it really helps if you stare at one spot on the wall or on the ground and try to hold very still. If that's easy for you, try holding it higher or try holding it behind you and see how far you can lean forward. If you really want a challenge, try holding onto your foot. And then try the other side. See how long you can hold it. Put some stuffed animals on the ground and see how many of them you could pick up without touching your other foot down. I'm going to try it with some leaves. Here's another balance challenge. Make a little balance beam out of pieces of wood and try to walk on it without falling off. Then try to do it without looking at your feet. Whoopsies! That's okay, I'll just try again. If you don't have any pieces of wood, just try a line of chalk or a string on the ground. It really helps to improve your balance.
So you may have heard the word jog before, but have you ever actually learned how to jog with proper technique? Well, let's talk about it. So when you're jogging, you want to have your shoulders back slightly. You don't want to be leaning forward because then it's a lot harder to breathe. When you bring your shoulders back a little bit, you're allowing more oxygen to get to your lungs. Now, another thing to remember is to have your head nice and straight, almost like you have a string attached to your head pulling you straight up. Your arms are going to be bent at 90 degrees. This is a 90-degree angle, and you're going to have them tucked in to your body, not way out here. Nice and in. We don't have chicken wings, right? And then we're gonna just let our arms just kind of move as we're jogging. Now, when you're jogging, you want to land more in the center of your foot. And that's different than when you're walking, because when you walk, you're more heel to toe. So when we're jogging, it's just nice and easy, just like this. And you can even lean forward just a little bit. A lot of people think that jogging and running are the same thing, but they're actually a little bit different. Jogging is a lot slower than running. So if you're gonna go for a really long time, you're probably gonna wanna jog. But if you wanna get somewhere faster, then you're probably gonna run. Now, the basic movements and how we use our body are very similar when we're jogging and running. It's just that we're going a lot faster when we're running. All right, another locomotor movement we're going to work on is called the slide step. So with the slide step, you want your feet nice and wide, and then you're going to have your hands just kind of at your sides or just in front. Now when you're doing this, you're pushing off one foot and then sliding it over. Pushing off and sliding it over. A couple things that you want to remember is to not let your feet touch or cross, because then you tend to fall over and lose your balance. So one more time, we have our feet nice and wide. Our knees are bent, we're pushing off and sliding our foot. Our feet are never touching. Now we're going to talk about one of my favorite locomotor moves called the gallop. You can probably think of an animal that uses the gallop. That's right, the horse. Now, the gallop is similar to a slide step in that your feet stay spread apart. But instead of going sideways, now you're going forward. So, you want to make sure to have your shoulders facing the direction that you're going to be going. And then your feet are spread apart with one foot forward and one foot behind. And your feet stay spread apart as you do a gallop. So my left foot is forward right now, so it's going to stay forward as I gallop. Unless I want to change and do a right foot forward gallop. Now, our feet stay spread apart, and what I like to tell myself to remember that is that my feet aren't friends. They don't want to talk to each other. Now, the way that we do the gallop is have our arms bent at our sides, and then we're taking a big step with our front foot, and then we're just taking a little step with our back foot. And our feet never cross or touch.